However, Claressa Shields, am I saying her name right? Okay. First of all, I'm really big on astrology. Okay, so I knew she was a Pisces before I even went to go look it up because it's like the level of delusion. Either you're a Pisces or a Libra. I'm not really sure. I couldn't really tell, but she was giving more Pisces. You get what I'm saying? Like because they just say things. It's almost like they want to say things that are not true or fabricated just to see will it provoke you to say something in return. That is something that I have picked up about Pisces. Like it's almost like they're challenging you with the lie. Like they want to give an extreme lie to see like is you gon' really go get to like I don't know if the girl lying or not, but I didn't feel like the wig was her hair because I just called her the wig. But she said it was her hair, and we just weren't used to seeing her hair. But her leave out doesn't match that wig that she had on.
What wig?
She had her like a curly wig. They had a headband around it, which was giving wig because you had a headband around it. Right. But she like somebody was like nice wig, and she like it's my hair. She's like y'all just not used to seeing my hair in its natural state, but you be having like glue ins and you be having your leave out. And that's the thing. Like if you had that length of curly hair, your leave out would just blend in with the hair. Like it wouldn't be. Like her leave out be out. Like you could tell like it's left out. Right. You know, like it's not even like for I'm like, you know, and then I think it's like also though, if I was to get a man and I was that in love with my man, I'd probably be that delusional as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, bringing up your man in a meaningless conversation, you know, on social media for no reason. Like you just like, yeah, I know what to make for my man. I know this thing, blah, blah, and we get married. I don't know if I get to the point that I'm saying I'm marry a man that's not yet divorced. For, you know, so that's kind of like a wild take on things. And also it's like, you know, she's so much younger because she, 30? 30. And then Papoose is 40s and then was with Remy for so long. I do feel like the Breakfast Club interview was a lot. You know, like if they were going to do that.
Interviewing them together like that.
Yeah, they should just invite Papoose if that was going to be the case. Yeah. If you were going to ask him solely about his love life, about his dating, about him and Remy, and keep on bringing up Remy all this and blah, 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 then you should have just invited him. You shouldn't have invited her because she wasn't even really, or I don't know if they just invited him because it didn't seem like she was a part of the interview. Because, you know, normally people are a part of the interview like, is it Mona Leo? Am I pronouncing her name correct? The rapper?
Yeah.
When it was her and her husband, when they were on Breakfast Club, they would both sit at the table together. You know, like they would both be interviewed as one. She was kind of sitting like on the couch and he was like sitting like at the interview table. So I don't know if it was his interview and she decided to tag along. If she did decide to tag along, then the thing about it is that she was more so out of line for steady jumping in the conversation every time a question was being asked. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a grown man at the end of the day. You don't need to answer the question for him. And you don't need to answer the questions to not make you look stupid because it don't matter.
Right.
Like, if you know what's going on, you know what's going on. Which means your storyline and his storyline should align. So that means that he should defend your honor. You don't need to defend your own honor.
Exactly.
So you don't need to be jumping in. Remy Ma moved on. Yeah, I'm out of this, that, and the other. Let him say that. Because the question wasn't directed towards you.
Right.
So it's like, I don't really know what's going on.
I just feel like in certain situations when you dealing with a person, it's their responsibility to draw the line in the sense with everybody else. So like say we out in the grocery store and a nigga approach you. I'm in the next aisle and you in one aisle and I'm in the next aisle and a nigga approach you. I'm not gonna expect this nigga not to approach you. I'm gonna expect you to be like, hey, I got a man, I'm not interested.
Exactly.
It's certain things you have to do in your relationship. That's when we talk about roles in a relationship. That in that situation, I felt like Papoose should have took the reins. What's her name? Claressa should have sat in the interview just looking real good and just complimenting whatever he had to say as far as when it came to that. Like, he got to draw the line in the sand. Hey, this is my woman. This is who I'm in love with. Me and my wife moved on. He got to say that. The fact that Claressa keeps saying it, it make it not believable.
Yeah, because he's not like defending it, even though he's not going against it, but he's also not saying anything to confirm, to validate it. And it's almost like she's reaching for validation publicly, and he's not going public to validate her. And then it was like with the Christmas situation, you went and spent Christmas I understand it's your kid. You know what I'm saying? So
they spent Christmas together?
No, he spent Christmas to reminisce.
That's what I'm saying. With Remy, he spent Christmas with her. But I thought that was a lie, though.
Well, he was with his baby for sure.
Okay, because Claressa put some shit out and said that was a lie. That him and...
He posted pictures with the baby on Christmas. Like, it was good.
He was with Remy, though?
Remy was possibly there. I didn't see her in any pictures.
Right.
That's one thing I will say. I did not see Remy in any pictures. So I don't know, like, if he picked up the baby, he went with his family, this and that. However, though, Claressa was also not with him.
Right. I would not be... If I'm going through a divorce, I would not be going to spend Christmas. I don't really care about traditions.
Yeah, so it's like, I understand you spending with your kid, but like, why wasn't your woman there? Because that wouldn't matter.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't... Yeah, I think it's that she trying to go so hard to show everybody that he really rock out with her. And ain't nobody saying he don't. But also, it's like you want the publicity of the situation and a man being in love with you and honoring you in a certain type of light. And it's like you putting it out in the public for us to speak on it. And from society's view, people are pulling out things to make it look like he don't rock with you.
Right. And that's the where...
Because he was more vocal with Remy, too.
I was going to say, like, he definitely was a little more vocal with Remy.
Well,
but that was also his wife, too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. I think niggas play different roles in different relationships they in whatever capacity the relationship it is. But also, that's where the shit get blurry, though, with the social media shit, too, is because a lot of times... we can say that social media twist shit and shit like that, but I feel like people leave the door open for shit to get twisted up. Like, Definitely. If you don't leave the door open, if you don't leave nothing to speculation, people don't have time to speculate. You know what I'm saying? So I be feeling like that's what I mean, like, draw a line in the sand. Like, it should be a definitive, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. Anything else, y'all just assume. Yeah,
but it's kind of hard for them to defend it with him still being married and him not publicly saying nothing. It's like, you should have waited till he had more of a solid foundation. But also, I will say this, though. It's a lot of women trying to eat Claressa up about posting papoose and saying this, that about papoose. Just like he not saying nothing about her saying she be with him, he also not saying that he can't post or she can't publicly say that. When there's a lot of women out here that y'all messing with dudes and y'all cannot publicly say that.
Post, yeah.
Y'all can't post. Y'all, it ain't, I can do what I want. You can do what you want to do in any time. Like, at any point in time, I can do what I want. Right. However, that might destroy the relationship or it might dissolve the relationship or whatever the situation is between you and that person if you try to go public with the situation. Mm-hmm. You can, or it would be considered exposing. Right. It wouldn't be considered just me and my mate on social media. Right. It'd be like you exposing a man because that man that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, we can have our opinions, but.
Yeah, some people.
Some of y'all doing crazy stuff in the dark.
Yeah.
And maybe that's their whole take on it. Like, you should be doing it in the dark or something like that. I don't really know. But it's like, you can't be mad at people at being proud of what they proud of. But it does look like she wants validation from society.
I can see that. Based on her history and the way she was brought up and shit, I do think she seeks a lot of validation. And I feel like even though she accomplished a lot, she probably still got that insecurity from when she was a little girl and shit was going wrong in life. And I don't know, she want to look like she making the right decision. When in reality, baby, if you don't make the right decision, it is what it is. You 30 years old, you really young as hell. Like, you still got time to make the right decision. If you don't make it right now, like, I think she want people to know that she doing the right thing and she happy, and I don't think she need to seek that outside validation for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, At the end of the day, most of our relationships suck. We just talking just because we see y'all.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it really don't matter, but it's like it can probably be harder because the thing about it is like, once again, social media and constantly seeing comments and stuff like that, it causes overthinking or it causes you to get inside your head, about certain things, like, you know, because sometimes people show that they lack confidence in certain areas. Like that interview was a great example of that. Unfortunately, like you sitting there and you felt the need to jump up and say something. Like if somebody say something that I don't agree with and I know I'm confident in what I believe, then I'm not defending nothing unless it's directly asked me. Like,
right.
I'm not gonna be like, nah, that ain't what happened. I don't really care.
Right.
It could be what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, she take every opportunity to explain herself instead of assert herself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between confidence and insecurity.
Yeah, it's like, I don't have to explain this.
Yeah.
We know what went on.
Yeah.
We know exactly what went on.
Exactly. And I think confident people know how to assert themselves without being vocal too. So I think that's something that a lot of entertainers in general need to learn. But you got to think a lot of these people get thrown into the spotlight and they didn't do no fucking self-work before. They didn't heal from shit. They got rich as hell and they were still damaged little kid. You know what I'm saying? So...